What's going on? It's 100% NUFC, joined by Ollie from Talk Crystal Palace. How you doing, mate?
You right, yeah, good, thanks.
So I've got another fan on the channel, and we're going to talk about the opposition. So it's obviously Newcastle versus Crystal Palace this Saturday at St James's Park, and Crystal Palace have just come off the back of a 2-1 win, haven't they?
Yeah, we have against Chelsea. Yeah, not a bad result, to be fair, but yeah.
So Crystal Palace obviously have their first win of the season, scoring their first 2 goals of the season, and this was Crystal Palace's starting lineup against Chelsea last week. So in goal was Speroni, Ward, Sacco, Dan, and Van Aanholt,
Milivojevic.
That's that name. Andros Townsend, McCarver, Cabaye, Schlupp, and Zaha. And on the bench was Henry, Tompkins, Vosu Mensah, Kai, Sacco, Punchin, and Riedewald.
Yeah.
And do you expect Roy Hodgson to make some changes on Saturday?
Yeah, definitely. There'll be Loftus-Cheek will be involved. Obviously, he's on loan from Chelsea, so he couldn't play on Saturday. He'll be involved, probably starting, I imagine, ahead of Schlupp. Other than that, I can't see him changing much. Maybe Vosu Mensah in for Ward at right back, but and obviously Hennessy might be back from injury too in goal. But other than that, I can't see any changes to the starting 11.
So again, obviously you beat Chelsea by 2 goals to 1, so that was a massiave performance. Yeah. So now you're going to a game now against Newcastle, who again we've just had a draw against. The last game out, and how are you looking forward to this game on Saturday? Are you confident? How are you feeling?
I'm pretty confident. I'm sure that the boys will be confident as well, having just beaten the champions. I think it suits us being away from home in a game like this because we can afford to sit back and counter a bit more, which is how we like to play. I think if we play the same way we did against Chelsea, I'm definitely confident we can get the 3 points.
So, as a Newcastle fan, who should we watch out for on Saturday? Who are the key players in that Crystal Palace team that are going to cause the most problems for Newcastle at the back?
I think the obvious one is Zaha. You saw on Saturday how much we've missed him in previous weeks. He's such a quality player, and he can pretty much win games single-handedly. Andros Townsend, obviously ex-Newcastle, I'm sure you guys know all about him. He's such a dangerous player, good on both feet, quick, strong, direct. Cabaye, again, ex-Newcastle, really creative player in our midfield and gets forward, scores goals. From an attacking point of view, that's who you should look out for. In defence, I'd say Mamadou Sakho has just been a brilliant signing for us.
Just before I talk about your previous manager, Frank de Boer, what is going to be your score? What do you think what score is going to be?
I'll probably go for 2-1 Palace. I think 2-1 Palace.
Well, I'm going 2-1 Newcastle, okay. But anyway, yeah. So what happened? So obviously at the start of the season, Crystal Palace, you got a half-decent team. People say you haven't got a great team. I think you have. On paper, you have got a really good team. What happened to Frank de Boer?
I think that his philosophy in football just didn't really match ours. You look at managers like Allardyce and Pulis who have done well for us. Their counter-attacking football really suited our style of play and our squad, whereas De Boer wanted us to keep possession in midfield, kind of play the ball around a bit, and to be honest, our squad just isn't the type of squad to do that. So I think it was better to kind of get out of the way early rather than waste more time and clearly see that it wasn't working, get Roy in, and hopefully he can fix the problems that we've had.
In my opinion, I think 4 games was a bit harsh to sack him, but then I can understand. If you're rock bottom of the league, you haven't scored any goals. You've set a record. What was it for not scoring in 6 games and losing the first 6?
Yeah, it was. I think it was first 7 we actually didn't score, but the record was 6, I think. Obviously 4 games isn't a very long time, but I think it was so clear to pretty much every Palace fan that it just wasn't going to work. So I said there's no point in wasting time sticking with the wrong man when we could get someone better in quicker.
Then obviously Roy Hodgson came in. We know who Roy Hodgson is, ex-England manager. He's done well at all the previous clubs he's been at. You've only got to look at Fulham, when he turned them around, they were certainty to go down. Then he went obviously to Liverpool, didn't quite work out from West Brom. And I had no doubt that he'll do well for you. At the moment, he's just beaten Chelsea by 2 goals to 1. You did have a couple of hard games before that, Manchester City and Man United. But to be fair, they're tough games, and a lot of teams are not going to beat Man United or Man City this season. And how do you think you're going to do under Roy Hodgson this season?
I think it's a perfect fit for us, the way that he sets his teams up as defensively solid and looking to counter. As you said, you can't really judge him on the Man United and City games because people have been going there losing 5-0, 4-0, 7-2 pretty much all season. So I think he'll do really well. I think the Iceland game pretty much ruined his reputation completely, but prior to that he had a really strong record, so I'm confident.
You might agree as well, Roy Hodgson has a lot of Premier League experience as well. He's been around the block, hasn't he? And I think Roy Hodgson will need time to turn it around at Crystal Palace. Yes, he's won by 2 goals to 1. It's not going to be a quick fix, but I think now that you haven't got the bigger teams, you can now go on a run, can't you?
Yeah, definitely. I think against Chelsea we saw signs that Roy is implementing his ideas. We look very organised. The way we moved up and down as a team was much better than it has been in recent weeks, and I think that's only going to get better with time. We've still got Benteke coming back from injury too, and with a fully fit squad I do think we can cause a lot of teams problems.
And as well, you obviously it's not quite January just yet, but if Roy Hodgson can get some cash from the owner, then he may be able to bolster your team and get some experience?
Yeah, definitely. You know, our starting 11 is more than good enough to stay up. I think we just need a bit of depth. You know, no backup strikers. Obviously, Wickham's injured. If he can get a few more attacking options in, then our squad looks really, really good on paper.
So yeah, that's just been Ollie from the Crystal Palace fair. Is it Talk Crystal Palace?
Talk Crystal Palace.
Yeah, so where can they find you?
So our YouTube channel is Talk Crystal Palace. Follow us on Twitter as well, at Talk CPFC. My Twitter is at Ollie_Thomas, and yeah, that's pretty much everything.
Yeah, thank you very much for joining us at NUFC. Like I say, I'll link his channel down below in the description. I'm going 2-1. Paper just blows away, that's fine. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all later. Peace out.